A man of simplicity with great vision, who is also a part of success stories of many civil aspirants. Now I request Honorable Shri Krishna Pradeep sir onto the stage. Before we get into the event, I would like to give you a brief introduction on Constitution Day, which is also called as Samvidhan Divas. Every year, Constitution Day is celebrated on 26 November to commemorate the adoption of Constitution of India. The constitutional makers cherished the great tradition of India by giving us our constitution with great hard work of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. Our constitution, rather than being a collection of articles and schedules, it goes far beyond this, and it is a transformative constitution which embodied with vision and reflection of the future. The constitution has always gave a spirit in taking the country forward. I still sense the resonance of the morning's elocution competition vibes in this hall, which was full of energy and information. Now, without any delay, let's start the event of the day. Now, I would like to call upon the stage Varshini from D2 to give a speech on Constitution significance.
Good afternoon to everyone, respected chairman, teachers and my dear friends. This is Vashni from D2 and now I am here to deliver a speech on the significance of the Constitution. Yet I am speechless on expressing about the most important document of our country, which is responsible for the way we are now and which also sets or guides our every step. And now the first question comes, what strikes your mind when you think of the word Constitution? One may say the literal meaning that it is a body of fundamental principles which helps in the governance of a state. One may also say that it is adopted on November 26, 1949 and came into force on January 26, 1950. You may also say about the facts that 283 members of the Constituent Assembly actually formed this constitution, and the collective work of these members formed the world's largest constitution. And you may also say that Dr. Ambedkar is the father of the Indian Constitution. Mr. Prem Bihari would say, yo, that's my handwriting. Nice Italian calligraphy, how is it? And Mr. Shantiniketan would say, I decorated every page of the Constitution. And the Einstein brains over here would say that original pages of the Constitution are stored in the helium-filled cases that are now present in Library of the Parliamentary House. Then comes a pause. Does these questions or facts make any significance? No. Then why we should know about the Constitution? Why we have to know about its importance? There comes the saying, when we have to know the importance of something, we have to know the purpose behind it. I repeat it once again. When we have to know about the importance of something, you have to know the purpose behind it. And when every purpose has its own root cause, and our root cause lies back in the 19th century. The nationalism which arose in the people of India, which raised the demand for own sovereignty and the demand for formation of new constitution. The cause arises when people are denied of their basic liberty and freedom. And as actions lead to consequences, our freedom fighters' actions removed or protected us from the clutches of the oppression. And as we know the root cause now, there comes the purpose of laying down the basic rules which prevent the tyranny of the state and which guides the Indian society and polity based on some notions and basic values. And there comes into the play the Constituent Assembly, which forms the constitution, and Nehru commented that it is the nation on the move, throwing away the shell of its past political and possibly the social structure and fashioning for itself a new garment of its own making. And then the Indian Constitution was designed, breaking the shackles of social hierarchies and usher a new era of freedom, equality and justice. And now the importance of Constitution comes the basic fact that it is the principal document that governs our country. It is important because it declares India as a sovereign, socialist, secular, republic, and democratic country. It is important because it lays down the supreme laws of the country, the fundamental rights, duties, DPSPs, different functions and powers of different institutions in our country, etc. And it also promotes the democracy, which is the cornerstone of the modern world, which is successful in India because of our constitution. And why it had happened? Because our constitution ensures that decision makers on behalf of the people are fair representation of the public opinion. It also provides the fair chances to all of us where other constitutions deny voting rights or other rights on some criterion, but our constitution has the widest limits of tolerance. No discrimination based on caste, race, religion, sex, or gender, and even it preferred affirmative action, that is, through reservation of constituencies and in jobs to help the backward communities to carve out a space for themselves in the competitive world and undo the historic mistakes committed against them. It also promotes the secularism where communities are targeted. Our constitution guarantees and pays them to be nationalists by providing them the right to freedom of religion and also protection of minorities' rights. It also promotes the federalism to reconcile regional autonomy with national unity, to achieve unity without uniformity and also diversity without fragmentation. It also created the independent bodies like UPSC, CAG, Election Commission, which are bulwarks of our democracy. And it also promotes the social justice, economic justice, political justice, social equality, equal status and equal opportunity, fraternity and whatnot. All these ideals which unfold in our country India, and the constitution plays as the role of empire. The constitution, which in its fullest sense belongs to all of us, and it is the responsibility of all to carry forward these ideals among us. And the constitution makes the people aware of their rights. When we are aware of our rights, it leads to increase in the democratic participation. And when the democratic participation increases, it leads to further deepening of the democracy. And this is the purpose we gathered here to remind us these constitutional values. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Varshini, for recalling everyone of us the significance of the Constitution. Now, I request Nitya Siri from D3 to come onto the stage to recite the soul of our Constitution, that is preamble.
I request you all to stand and take a pledge position. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Now, I request Preeti and group from I2 to sing a song.
हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन दिन। होगी शांति चारों ओर, होगी शांति चारों ओर, होगी शांति चारों ओर एक दिन। हो मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, होगी शांति चारों ओर एक दिन। हम चलेंगे साथ साथ, डाले हाथों में हाथ, हम चलेंगे साथ साथ एक दिन। हो मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम चलेंगे साथ साथ एक दिन। नहीं डर किसी का आज, नहीं भय किसी का आज, नहीं डर किसी का आज के दिन। हो मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, नहीं डर किसी का आज के दिन। हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। हो मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Preeti and group. With this Vishwas, we will be the part of country's success story. Now, I would like to call upon the stage Haindavi and team from D1 to play a skit. Let's put our hands together and welcome them.
Good afternoon all. This is HariKrishna
And this is Haindavi.
We are from D1. On behalf of Constitution Day, we are here to perform a skit regarding the ideals of Constitution, that is liberty, equality, fraternity and justice.
So, play 1 is about absence of liberty and the characters are a landlord and 2 slaves. And play 1 begins.
ఏందిరా మన బ్రతుకులు ఇలా అయిపోయాయి మొత్తం.
అవును, ఇంకెన్నాళ్ళు వీళ్ళ కాళ్ళ కింద చెప్పుల్లా బతకాలో ఏమో.
వీళ్ళ అరాచకాల నుండి విముక్తి పొందడానికి మనం పోరాడదాం. So, the play 2 is about absence of gender equality. Here are the characters: mother-in-law, wife and husband. And the play 2 begins.
అయ్యో, ఆడపిల్ల పుట్టబోతుందా? ఇంకా మన ఇంటికి కర్మ వచ్చినట్లేరా? తలరాత ఏముంది? ఫస్ట్ ఈ ఆడపిల్లని తీపిస్తే మనకు కష్టం ఉండదమ్మా. మీరు కూడా ఒక ఆడపిల్లే కదా, అయినా ఒక ఆడపిల్ల గురించి అలా మాట్లాడడానికి మీకు నోరెలా వస్తుంది? అమ్మాయి ఇద్దరు సమానమే, తేడా ఏముంది? అయినా నేను నా కూతుర్ని వదులుకోలేదు. అయినా మీరేంటండి మీ అమ్మకు వత్తాసు పలుకుతున్నారు?
So the play 3 is about sense of brotherhood, that is fraternity. Here are the characters: father, mother and daughter of a Hindu family and a Muslim woman.
అమ్మ నేను నా స్నేహితురాలు సానియాని ఇంటికి తీసుకొచ్చాను. మేమిద్దరం కలిసి ఈరోజు ఇక్కడే భోజనం చేద్దామని.
సానియా అంటే ముస్లిం కదా?
అవునమ్మా.
వాళ్ళు మన ఇంటికి రావడం ఏంటి? ఫస్ట్ ముందు వెళ్ళి వాళ్ళని పంపించు.
అయితే అమ్మ మరి ఇప్పుడు నేను నా స్నేహితురాలను ఇంటికి తీసుకొచ్చాను, ఇప్పుడు ఎలా?
అలాంటప్పుడు బయటికి వెళ్ళి ఇస్తారాకులో అన్నం పెడదాం.
నీకేమైనా పిచ్చి పెట్టింది నానే? ఇంతకుముందు ముస్లిం ఇంటికి వస్తేనే నువ్వు ఓరవట్లేదు. ముస్లిం ఇంటికి వస్తేనే ఓరవట్లేదు. ముస్లిమే లేకుంటే నేను ఈ పొజిషన్కి వచ్చేదాన్నే కాదు. నీకేం తెలియదు అయినా. రండి నాన్న, నీకు మీ అన్నం పెడతాను.
So the play 4 is about prevalence of justice in India. Here are the characters: mother, victim, victim's friend, and boy. And the play 4 begins.
సరే, నేను బయటికి వెళ్ళొస్తా.
Now her friend enters.
బింద్యా, ఏమైంది? 2 రోజుల నుంచి స్కూల్కి రావట్లే?
నా జీవితం నాశనం అయిపోయింది.
ఏమైంది? ఏమైంది? ఎందుకు ఏడుస్తున్నావు? ఏమైంది? నాకు ఫస్ట్ చెప్పు, ఏడవకు.
She explained all the story.
చనిపోవడానికి కూడా ప్రయత్నించాను కానీ నా వల్ల కావట్లేదే. అమ్మా నాన్న గుర్తొస్తున్నారు.
నువ్వు అలాంటి ప్రయత్నాలు ఏం చెయ్యకు. మనం పోయి పోలీసులో కంప్లైంట్ చేద్దాం. న్యాయం జరుగుతుంది బింద్యా.
కోర్ట్ అంటే మళ్ళీ అమ్మా నాన్న పరువు పోతుంది కదనే.
అది నిజమే.
So here we conclude that by the enforcement of Constitution. So here we conclude that by the enforcement of Constitution, the slaves got liberty and the right to practice and profess any religions or according to their desire.
And the girls and women got protection through the constitution provisions like Article 14 and 15.
And the brotherhood nature among citizens is being promoted through one of the core ideals, that is fraternity.
And justice is equally available to all the citizens through such as legal aid, Article 39A. Thank you.
Thank you, Haindavi and team. It was a great performance. And to remind us once again the trinity of liberty, equality and fraternity in this present life. Now I welcome Pranita to perform a dance from D1. Let us all put our hands together.
पे मैं जावा मेरी दिल जानिया, मैं शीश झुकावा मेरी दिल जानिया, तू सारे जहां से प्यारी मेरे भारत की बेटी।
आयो रे शुभ दिन आयो रे, आयो रे शुभ दिन आयो रे, आयो रे शुभ दिन आयो रे, शुभ दिन आयो बनने वालो नयो नयो सो रंग ले आयो, शुभ दिन आयो बनने वालो नयो नयो सो रंग ले आयो, होठों पे मुस्कान गुलाबी लायो रे, होठों पे मुस्कान गुलाबी लायो रे, आयो रे शुभ दिन आयो रे, आयो रे शुभ दिन आयो रे, ओ आयो रे शुभ दिन आयो रे।
वो मारे या कोई मारे ना, यहाँ अपनी भी थोड़ी अदा थोड़ा अंदाज है,
Come on.
ऐसे हैं चाहे वैसे हैं, अरे जो भी हैं जैसे हैं खुद पे हम
Once again, give her a big round of applause. Thank you, Pranita. It was an empowering dance. Now, I request Bona ma'am to announce the winners of elocution and SAP participants.
Okay, now I announce the winners of elocution competition that was conducted today's morning. So from I1, it is G. Neha. Okay, from I2, so there was a tie, so we decided to select both of them. So they are B. Sharanya and S. Sanjani. Okay. Okay, from D1, M. Manjusha. So from D2, Sabha. From D3, it is Alfisha. D3, it is Alfisha. Okay, now the much awaited SAP Social Awareness Project winners. I'll announce the winners. Before that, let us get to know the evaluation process of the project. Okay? Yes. The Social Awareness Project 1, given as a part of Term 1 vacation to the students, received tremendous response both from students as well as parents. The projects were duly submitted by the students, followed by a meticulous evaluation process. The project submission exercise was sort of a viva voice where a team of faculty interacted with the students directly. The team included Satya sir, Naveen sir, and I myself. So we have evaluated the projects on a predefined criteria, which is the interest shown during the project, the presentation of the ideas, and understanding of the issues. Apart from these, students were also judged on how well they have communicated their project to the evaluator. This was followed by a thorough deliberation, and we have shortlisted top 10 projects. Later, top 5 projects were shortlisted from the top 10 under the direct supervision of Director Sir, Chairman Sir, and our Dean Sir, Sana Sir. Okay, so now I'll announce the winners. So I'll start with I1. So from I1, Yan Swati, D. Leelavati, Siri Chandana, Vaishnavi, and Shrestha. Okay, from I2, B. Sharanya, S. Sanjani, Sugnani, Preeti, and Wangmai. From D1, Resu Reshma, K. Saveri, M. Manjusha, K. Bindya, and K. Dakshita. Okay. So as promised by our Director Sir, Shripal Sir, your treat for SAP winners would be, you will be have lunch with our Chairman Sir on a later date. That will be announced by Shripal Sir. Okay? Thank you.
I once again congratulate all the winners. Now I request Srinidhi and team from D2 to present a mime. I2 to present a mime. Put all your hands together and welcome them.
Mime is a part of our cultural heritage. Mime, the theatrical technique of suggesting action, character, or emotion without words using only gesture, expression, and movement. Today, we, Srinidhi, Preeti, Rakshita, Vaishnavi, Kiranmai, Nissi, and Sanjani, the students of I2, are going to perform a mime on the topic Gandhi's India Today, Blind Against Bribery, Silence to crimes.
Gandhi's statue is placed at every corner of the street. In front of the ideal of this great man happens all what he didn't envision of. What a hypocrite nation we are. His ideas influence the world, but not us. Let us incorporate his ideals, but not idols. That will be a true tribute to the leaders, constitution, and to the freedom struggle. Thank you.
Give them a huge round of applause. Please, all of you stand up.
Feeling thankfulness and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. On behalf of our all students, I would like to thank respected teachers who graced with his presence and guidance. It's truly impossible without you all. I would also like to thank all the supporters, teaching staff for complete the preparation of the program. While you got just 1 day of time, in this such short time you have made the best. Thank you wholeheartedly for everyone. Last but not the least, I thankful to you all students for showing their interest in the program, participating in all activities.